Look at her go, Mom.
Really is autumnal today, beautiful day but autumnal, and whilst the bumblebees are really getting their feasts of nectar from things like these ice plants which are very late flowering, the buddleia is pretty much well gone over now. Down here, shy of the sulcata tortoise, she's feasting on the leaves of the ice plants, and she particularly likes that red variety. Yes, we're looking at you, greedy guts, look at her go. Proper grazing species of tortoise. They're not ones for eating lots of fruits and vegetables. All-day grazers. Pretty much grass is a high proportion of this animal's diet. After a busy bank holiday, end of August, working with people, working with animals, it was actually quite cool and cloudy. Obviously come Tuesday, the sun's shining, the sky's blue. Lots of office work to do, but I've downed tools and popped out for a walk in the local woodland just to see what kind of nature's about, for a bit of peace and quiet, 40 minutes de-stress. And one thing's noticeable is not only the amazing fruits this year, it's 2020, end of August, the fruits and the berries and the seeds on the trees and bushes has been absolutely stupendous this year. But also, of course, I want to see if I can find some reptiles or amphibians. So let's see what we find on this short walk in the countryside. Even a green bottle is a gorgeous creature when you actually look at it. Look at that. Humble green bottle. This woodland pond's normally full. Very rarely empties, but this has been a dry summer. Look at that, a puddle. Nothing more than a puddle. Hopefully it'll be growing back, well, it'll be filled back up rather. Ready for the toads that spawn here next spring. But it's going to need plenty of rain this winter because it is an empty pond. Let's hope the tadpoles all metamorphose in time. Look at these baby common lizards. Let's use tiny babies. Sunning themselves, we've not had a lot of sun the last few days. They're just catching a bit of late afternoon sun. Viviparous lizard or common lizard. He's actually quite common in some areas, but like most of our reptiles and amphibians, very fragmented and much of its habitat lost. Woodland edge with somewhere to sunbathe amongst dense vegetation like this. Often fallen logs are perfect, as if they're frightened they'll leap straight into the vegetation, and believe you me, they'll vanish. Wow, like that. One jumped, they both jumped. Like meerkat manner in miniature. Always looking out for danger. But common lizards, they're actually chilled out things, and they'll be straight back out, and there's actually a third one that hasn't been bothered at all. Goes. Another one here. I'll try not to frighten this one away. Actually got a robber fly here, look. Robber fly. Specialise in catching other flies and eating them. But for me, the reptiles win, and the beauty stays. You can see this lizard looking at you, don't make eye contact. Keep an eye on what they perceive could be danger. Four common lizards sitting on a log. Let's look at number 5. Slightly bigger. Possibly last year's this one. No meat fly down here. Better watch out for the robber fly.
5 facts, 5 reasons why you shouldn't get yourself a Harris's hawk.
Come on. So weekly routine now, the grass is really growing, now that heat wave died to death. A lot of moisture in the ground.
Get the place looking good. Obviously try and do it on a Friday when you can, because Friday's going to shut around here all day doing maintenance, and of course you want to look like the weekend, just like at home. Possibly the purchase here, the blocks, so that we can get access and get the place looking shit.
As I say time and time again, running any kind of facility, a zoo, a bird of prey centre, a breeding project, probably 90% of the time it's actually maintaining, and not just maintaining the animals, it's maintaining the premises and the enclosures. Oh, peace, Georgia. We're so busy, and that's even without me worrying about getting back to school in the autumn term next week. It's all kicking off. Without that, we're busy every day with these animals and these animal-related businesses. We've got the Holdenby House Gardens and the Falconry Centre open for the last few Sundays until the end of September. So we're looking after you guys when you come and visit us and have a little look around and a chill out. But let's just take 5 minutes out. Let's fly Wurzell the bald eagle. I don't think we've shown you him fly. It's really nice weather for him. He's got no excuses at all. By the way, if you see his silhouette, count how many tail feathers he's got. He should have 12. He's got into a right old molt again, and he's shedding feathers and growing new ones left, right and centre at the moment. I think he's only got half of his tail feathers there, while the new ones grow down, bless him. But let's see what he'll do. It's cooler than it has been. The wind's just dropped, but it's windier than it has been. Let's have a look. Let's admire this guy fly before we crack on. Camera woman there, Georgia, she's going to be mowing the lawns in the centre. I've got to feed all the birds and fly some more and do a bit more training. We've got our tame rats to look after. We've got slow worms and newts to look after. And then we're going to go back to base and unbox some lovely little green toads. We've got some natterjack toads. These are all captive bred with paperwork from our great friends like Lee Brindley, Harvey Tweets. I'll show you a little bit of that later, but we'll see. But for now, let's take 10 minutes out of our day. Incidentally, as you've been told before in these vlogs, Wurzell's beak is going yellow. He's gradually morphing into those adult colours. He's going to have a white head, a white tail, don't forget. But look at this. His beak is gradually getting the bright yellow of adulthood. To be honest, we've got 2 or 3 more years yet. So as always, clipped on his tail, he's got a radio transmitter. Not in case we lose him, in case he actually loses us. It's windy, you're not going to get better weather. Given the choice, does he want to fly, be free, sail in the wind, or does he want me to just feed him while he sits here? I can tell you now, categorically, he'd rather not do the flying bit. It's a lot of exercise, just like you don't want to do any, and I don't want to do any. Off he goes, a bit of encouragement. That's what he wants to do. He wants to catch that lift. He doesn't want to be flapping those wings, remember? That's all fatiguing on those big muscles, but the soaring, what it's designed to do, using the elements and the energy of nature to keep him afloat, that's what he wants, and it's a good day for it today. Remember, if you can see his tail fanned out in silhouette, how many tail feathers do you think he's got there? So I've got a handful of them at the moment, back in the weighing room, that he's dropped out woolly growth. Look at that, that is just gorgeous. Oh, relaxation. A bit of contact noise there. Little signal just to say, come on, we're over here, we don't need to be drifting miles away. Plenty of lift off these trees just here. And we'll call him in and we'll let it do it all again in a second, but look at that, a bald eagle sailing in the Northamptonshire countryside. Long way from home, but remember, all our birds are captive bred here in the UK. Absolutely. Oh, absolute de-stressor. We're so busy right now. You've got to remember why you do it. And this is it. A totally wild animal right now. But the bond is that when we call him back, he'll come back for a snack. No animosity at all. Glad to be with us. Get his attention, he's a long way away. Give him a snack and we'll send him out again. So that sound means come back, your dinner's ready. As opposed to just a short whistle, a contact call. And we use a lot of hand signals, but we need him to be able to see us. If we can see him, he can see me clearly, but he can't see X-ray vision through those trees. Hey! There he is. Oh, I like the distance. We've got to give him a wave. And we can't do any hand signals until he can see us. It's pointless. There he is. He can see he's got to turn around now. He's facing the wind. palm of my hand. Have a look at it. It's a white flag, isn't it? The rest of it's quite drab and sort of camouflage in the background, but the white hand, that's a clear signal for him from miles away. Come in, he's got to control that wind. Oh, what a landing. What a landing. How magnificent. What a magnificent beast he is. And despite his bitey, cantankerous behaviour, it's all worth it to see him flying free and coming back when we call him. Give him one more go. Come on then. Off he goes on the outrun, having to power up to get some height to catch that lift from the wind. Luckily here the land drops off, the wind's going in the right direction. He's got to get to that tree line. The wind's smashing the trees and being deflected upwards. Look at that, the lift as he hits that. Well, I mean, can you imagine the thrill? You can only envy glider pilots when they feel that surge of updraft from the wind, or the thermals when hot air's rising up from the ground. Look at that, look at that. Once he's up in the wind, it cannot be too strong. Can't stress that enough. It cannot be too strong, because when it's deflected upwards, it just gives this bird more lift. And he is a master of control. Those long primary feathers giving extra lift and tweaking and trimming his flight, and that big broad tail, a huge rudder in the sky, keeping him straight or turning him sharply if he wants to. Maybe when a buzzard's attacked. Absolutely glorious. He's quite lucky now. Most of the buzzards and red kites have fled to the nest. The buzzards aren't as overprotective as they have been through spring and summer. And at the moment, not a single buzzard has stooped at him, Stuka dive bomber, and tried to knock him out of the sky away from their territory. Look at that. Done as we've asked. Let's end on a high. Remember, we want to be calling him back, not him telling us when he's coming back. The red kite joining the fray now, look. Here he comes. Heard the whistle. Coming in. Next down. Oh! Not bad. You don't want to land on a runway with the wind behind you. I keep telling him. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog as much as Wurzels here has enjoyed eating those chicken. I like chicken, you probably like chicken, he loves chicken. And if you wonder why he's eating those little chickens, watch our 5 Facts Feeding Friday, where you'll learn a little bit about where they come from and why we feed them to our birds and animals. Like and subscribe. See you later. Have a look at this. We thought we'd end the vlog on someone I don't think you guys have seen. This is Andrew. Andrew's a girl. There you go. Andrew is an African bullfrog. Now, if she was a true Andrew, she'd grow nearly 3 times the size, get quite a sort of rough, wrinkly back, and be a formidable frog indeed. But as she is, she's still more than capable of swallowing baby snakes, adult mice, as well as lots of different insects and invertebrates. Typical frog, massive eyes, really good sort of eyesight, attuned to movement, and a huge mouth. And basically her smile goes from here all the way to here, and anything she can fit in that mouth, her big tummy, even using her little front feet or hands to shovel the food in and push it down her throat, she'll swallow it. And you know what, she'll even close her eyes will push down into the roof of her mouth, and they'll help push the food down her throat. Frogs are greedy things, and it's surprising what a frog can eat. But look at that, the African bullfrog, absolutely gorgeous animal. Look at that, even winked at you all. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Like and subscribe. See what we do next week. Who knows what we're going to do. Come on, Andrew, bedtime.